freshman.
Ty Davis. To get it in, they do. Here comes Green. Slam dunk. Jason Green got it in.
From 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K, this is the American National Bank pregame show. Do more here with American National Bank. Now from courtside, here's John Bishop.
Well, we made it to another day in Sin City. Welcome to the second day, third day technically, of the college basketball crown. The Creighton Blue Jays taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers with the winner to advance to the finals tomorrow afternoon. We are inside of T-Mobile Arena, the home of the Vegas Golden Knights. We've shifted venues for today's game, but the stakes are still very much the same, and that is trying to play 40 more minutes to get 40 more minutes for Greg McDermott, which would be his final as the head coach of the Creighton Blue Jays. I'm John Bishop alongside Connor Happer. And Connor, Jays overcame a sluggish start, only scoring 12 points in the first 10 minutes, but then really clamped down on defense. And while offensively, you look at the shooting numbers, they weren't tremendous. It was really done first with defense. I know Rutgers isn't great offensively. Maybe took some bad shots. But Creighton, I thought, turned that game around when they were a little bit more disciplined, got back in transition, and made sure that Rutgers did not score when they were comfortable scoring.
Yeah, I think it's funny how that works, and it almost works this way 100% of the time. You lock in a little bit on defense, and I think there was probably a little bit of rust, too, coming off of the 3-week layoff. It just was a long way to get the ball popping again offensively, but it did start on defense. And once that happens, all of a sudden you start getting better results offensively. The ball never offensively for Creighton on Thursday night, it's not like it was an all-time performance of ball movement or anything like that, but they got to the free throw line. Nick Graves did a great job. Of course, a couple finishes at the rim that were fantastic, got himself to the free throw line a bunch, poured in a couple threes as the game started to go along a little bit further, and got comfortable, I think, more than anything. But you're right, it started on the defensive end, and once that happened, it was takeoff time for Creighton.
And Nick Graves certainly was the star of the game, scoring 23 of his points in the second half. He's the first Blue Jay player in 20 years. So this goes past the Greg McDermott era with a game of at least 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game. But I think more impressive was his resolve, because this down the stretch, Nick Graves, his field goal numbers took a mighty blow. Didn't make many threes. Would get to the rim, but couldn't get finishes at the rim. He did. He got to the free throw line 4 times on makes and got to the free throw line a few more times with opportunities. And I just thought if Graves could progress to the mean, and get some of those shots to go in that he wasn't getting maybe over the last month of the season, good things would happen, and certainly they did. Now, today's going to be a different challenge altogether, the way West Virginia plays defensively. But I thought that was a key, and I still think that Nick Graves can be a huge factor today, even if he can't put up 28, if he can get to the free throw line like he has so well here in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
It might have to be that way, John. I mean, like you said, West Virginia is really good. We'll continue to touch on it throughout the pregame show defensively. And so there's a chance that it's going to get sticky again on offense. And if you have a guy that could bail you out with some of those plays, especially late in the shot clock, and then you got a couple three-point shooters who could do it as well. I mean, you talked about progressing to the mean a little bit. I still think, even though we're down to the last 1 or 2 games of the season, I still think Josh Dix hasn't fully, come around as far as a consistent three-point shooter that he had been in his career so far. So maybe in these last couple, he's able to pour a few extra in just to feel like he can progress to that mean again. But same thing, same story. And the Graves kind of bailout plays late in shot clocks are going to be huge, I think, today.
Only 4 players in Creighton basketball since Greg McDermott took over 16 years ago have had 4 straight games of 4 or more made threes. And, of course, the other 3 on the list are royalty when you talk about Doug, Ethan Rogge, Mitch Ballock, and now Josh Dix.
Jeez.
And I think one of the more impressive things when it comes to Josh Dix, it's not just that the shot looks better arc-wise from where it was early in the season when it was flat, but his range has gotten deeper as well. At least a couple of those threes were a good 3 feet behind the three-point line, which could be important today against a pack-style defense that also tries to chase shooters off the line.
Yeah, I think so. And I feel comfortable with him shooting those from wherever he feels comfortable shooting them from. I always feel like good results are going to happen when Josh Jacobs has the ball and he's shooting it from behind the three-point line. I think other guys need to feel that way too. You saw it in the first 10 minutes when Creighton was really struggling on Thursday night against Rutgers. Just didn't feel like everyone on the floor was confident in taking those shots, and that's when the ball got really, really, really sticky. And that was the case with Josh early in the season. Just wasn't quite ready to be the guy to demand the ball and to take the majority of the shots for this team. And so, it's not about being selfish. You don't have to be selfish. But I want to see guys being comfortable taking shots when they get opportunities to get open ones, because there's not going to be very many open ones.
No, there's not. Not today against one of the top defenses in the country in West Virginia, who comes into this game with a winning record of 19-14, though it did take quite the comeback late in regulation just to force overtime. Otherwise, Stanford would be in this spot instead of CU. The first semifinal of the day here at the College Basketball Crown is featuring former Big 12 rivals, Oklahoma and Baylor. The Sooners with a 9-point lead, 76-67, with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. They've gotten a very balanced scoring day today. Xavier Brown has led the way for the Sooners with 19 points. They've shot the ball much better than Baylor has today. They're up almost 50% for the game. Baylor is just 6 of 27 from three. While they've been to the foul line a few more times, it has not overcome Oklahoma's more accurate day from the field. Plus, they have been good at limiting turnovers. They've only had 6 turnovers in this game to Baylor's 12. So 2:17 left. As I told Connor before we came on the air, I would like to say that this one's in the barn, but the other night we saw West Virginia come back down 8 with about 3 minutes to go to force overtime. So we're not going to claim that we're going to be starting on time just yet.
No,
we're close.
No proclamations.
We're close.
You think about that game the other night, the game before us, at West Virginia Stanford. I mean, I was pretty convinced for about 30 minutes that West Virginia was the better team. We weren't going to have to. And then Stanford makes their run behind Okori, and then they tied up the game late and sent it to overtime and dominated in the overtime. So that's this tournament probably. I mean, you have teams with inconsistencies, and so you're going to get some kind of wild swings. I would not proclaim this game over. I don't think that's a very smart idea. The other thing is, John, I'm interested. I was talking about this with people before the game, before we went on the air here. If Creighton does happen to win this game today against West Virginia and ends up in the final, there's storylines against both of these teams.
Correct.
Oklahoma with their coach, Porter Moser, being a Creighton alum, and then Baylor is a team you have a lot of postseason history with all of a sudden, and history with from this season in this town.
Exactly. They played across the way over at Mandalay Bay back in November. So certainly a lot of familiarity there. So either way, we'll have a pretty interesting storyline. Of course, nothing will trump the real storyline, and that is we're down to the final game or two for Greg McDermott. And speaking of Coach Mack, we'll hear a little bit more from him as we continue here on the American National Bank pregame show. We might have a little extra time before tip because this game's it's sliding a little bit deeper past its window. I've combed through some of the archives of our post games from years gone by. One of the things I hear a lot of from fans and family who love to hear it when I get the brunt of someone's ribbing, some of Mac's best jabs during our pre- and post-game conversations. I have a few of those that we may get to here as well during the American National Bank pregame show.
Stay tuned.
2 minutes left, 76-67. Oklahoma leads Baylor. The winner of this game will play on Easter Sunday, and they will take on the winner of Creighton and West Virginia. That game, by the way, is at 4:30 Omaha time tomorrow, right back here at T-Mobile Arena. When we continue, Connor and I will take a look inside of West Virginia and talk about the Mountaineers under their first-year head coach, Russ Hodge. We will continue from Las Vegas right after this. You're listening to Creighton Blue Jay Basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three. Bang!
Got it. When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Back here at T-Mobile Arena, I think now we can proclaim that Oklahoma will prevail in this one. It is 78-67. There's 67 seconds remaining, and Baylor on a breakaway just committed an intentional foul, so it'll be shots and the ball for the Sooners. So they will prevail, and Oklahoma and Porter Mosier will play on Sunday against the winner of Creighton and West Virginia. And speaking of this series, it's only the third time these two schools have played. Of course, the last one is the most famous meeting, the 2005 NCAA tournament, a thrilling game won by the Mountaineers 63-61. Creighton's only win in this series goes all the way back to 1932. They won 27-26. But something else that's at stake today, not only the series lead, but the fact that the Blue Jays have not won back-to-back games in this calendar year. The last time they won consecutive games when they went on that brief winning streak at the end of December, which included the win over Marquette and Xavier. So the Jays trying to do something they haven't done in 2026, and that is do it in back-to-back games.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about this season that way and just how choppy it's been. You look at the Ken Palm page, and it's just green, red, back and forth really all year long. Obviously, they've gone on a couple 3-game losing streaks as well. And then you look at just the games inside of that as well, and there's a lot of close calls in there too. Yep. So it's just been that kind of season for Creighton. As far as that West Virginia series is concerned, man, I watched back the highlights from the 05 game in Cleveland. Nate Funk almost made that at the Horn.
He did.
He almost did, and that's one of the more famous NCAA tournament games that Creighton played in. Of course, they've had a few of them now, but at the time, it wasn't happening all the time, and that's certainly one that sticks out in my memory.
Well, speaking of the modern-day Mountaineers, they have their first-year head coach, Ross Hodge, who took over for Darren DeVries, who departed when he left for Bloomington, Indiana. And Hodge brings with him a very defensive-minded ball club. This is a program that is 18th in the country in defensive efficiency. They're top 40 in efficiency field goal percentage defense. They're 12th in two-point percentage defense. And yet it's a team that doesn't necessarily turn over a lot of teams. They're only 98th in the country in turnover margin, but they defend very well. And one team that will probably remind you a little bit of how West Virginia plays is Seton Hall. That is a team also that will wall things up and make it very difficult. And this squad is not only good at protecting the rim, but also good at chasing guys off the three-point line. Their three-point rate, teams have only attempted 38% of their shots from three. Now, their three-point percentage defense isn't spectacular, but they're good at chasing guys off the line as well. If the Jays can hit their threes today, it bodes very well for them. West Virginia is 2-7 this year when an opponent has hit 10 or more threes. But again, you've got to get there first. And if you date back to last season when Hodge was still at North Texas, he has held teams to 70 or less points. His defenses have 70 or less points in 43 of the last 55 games.
Wow. I mean, those numbers really, really stand out. It is not so much of a pressure defense, but they will force turnovers. They will run you off the three-point line. Like, they do all the things that solid, good defenses do. 17th in adjusted efficiency right now as far as the defense is concerned, and really good in just about every other category, except for, like you mentioned, John, that three-point percentage D. And so if Creighton can find themselves some open looks by drawing some things up, I don't think we talked about Graves and his ability to get to the free throw line before. You don't necessarily want it to turn into that game.
Right.
Creighton's got to be in the flow a little bit. It's a nice thing to have as sort of a fallback option if guys are getting themselves to the free throw line, because they will foul. But Creighton's got to get the ball moving on offense, and that's the matchup. Their defense against our offense.
And the other thing about West Virginia, when we switch things over to when they have the ball, they're slow. Their tempo is one of the slowest in the country. It's near bottom in the nation. So some of the scoring numbers are compressed a little bit because of the slow pace. Now, they take 42% of their shots from three, but it's really one guy you worry about today, and that's their leading scorer, Honor Huff, the transfer from Chattanooga, who last year was the nation's leader in made threes. Doesn't have as many this year, but still 109 made threes this season, and twice this year he has made 8 in a game. Now, Stanford was able to lock him down. He went 0 for 6 for only the second time this season, but he still can get to the free throw line. He got to the free throw line 13 times against Stanford. So for a guy who takes a large percentage of his shots from three, strangely, he does get to the free throw line quite often.
314 three-point attempts, third in the country individually. Obviously, tops on this team. And you said it. He's taking shots from inside the three-point line as well. I mean, his usage percentage is really, really high. I mean, obviously, he's taken a lot of different shots for this team. It doesn't mean he's the only guy that could beat you on offense. It's not exactly set up like that for West Virginia, but he is no doubt the head of the snake. He's the guy that you have to kind of slow down a little bit. Like you said, he can get to the free throw line as well if the three-point shot isn't falling. But there's going to be a lot of attempts. And so if they're going down, Creighton's going to have to find a way to turn that hose off pretty quick.
You'll recognize one name on this Mountaineer lineup, and that's Trayson Eaglestaff, the former North Dakota star, who is averaging just a little bit under 10 points a game. And you can tell that the move up in competition has kind of compressed his numbers a little bit. He's basically averaging half of what he averaged last year, but you still have to be mindful of him from three. While he's hit a career-low 33%, you certainly do not want to leave him open, so the Jays will have to mind him. And you'll look at Brennan Lorient. Lorient is their big post, who is averaging 12 points a game. And for a guy who will try to score a lot near the rim, he's pretty good in the deep mid-range game. Not a big three-point shooter, but he can still pop out and hit from 14, 15, 16 feet.
And then one more guy I think we should mention is Harlan Obioha, who is a big man. Yes. 7-footer, but we're talking about really big size. You know, Creighton, that is a tough matchup for the Blue Jays, given the lack of size they have underneath. And so I'll be curious to see if West Virginia goes to him and throws it in the post a couple times.
When we continue, as the game has gone final and Oklahoma has prevailed, and both teams, West Virginia and Creighton, are out on the floor, we'll come back. We'll take a look back at some of the funnier moments of our post-game interactions with head coach Greg McDermott, and we'll hear from today's Greg McDermott and his thoughts ahead of this afternoon's game from Las Vegas. Creighton basketball is on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
For kids, each day is a new chance to dream. It's the same belief that drives care at Children's Nebraska, where small steps become major strides, turning hallways into raceways and finish lines into new beginnings. And families find a team dedicated to creating brighter futures. Because when you believe, better always leads the way. See how we're turning belief into better outcomes at childrensnebraska.org/believe-in-better.
Defending your rights takes experience. At the Sedora Law Group, that experience spans 3 generations. Whether it's a misdemeanor, felony, or DUI, we bring the same structure trusted by local and national clients: courtroom preparation, sentencing insight, and real legal strategy. Schedule a consultation with your defense team today. Visit sedoralaw.com. That's SODORO law.com. Or call 402-504-9346. When your family, freedom, or finances are on the line, your outcome depends on what you do next. Visit sedoralaw.com.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank were neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Receive up to $15,000 in savings on the 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport, or receive up to $5,500 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Luxury. Shop Woodhouse Cadillac in-store or online today. With approved credit, must finance with dealer. $299 doc fee due at signing. Must have qualifying trade. Subject to current rebates and inventory. Stock number KK250523 is courtesy transportation vehicle with 2,515 miles. Stock number KK260041 is event vehicle with 5 miles. Offers expire June 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
4 in a row over Nebraska, 65-55, and none tougher than a game like this when you're playing in a building like this, which has been extremely tough on the opposition. Coach Mack joins us. Pretty satisfying.
I love the way that sounds.
Thank
That's not often I like what you say, John. This is an exception to my rule.
Yeah, Greg McDermott has had a tendency to needle us over the years on our post-game interactions. That one was after they won at Pinnacle Bank Arena and beat Nebraska for the first time in the vault. That was the first time anybody beat Nebraska in the vault. But some of the memories that we've had, well, they go back to that first season as well. Remember when Doug hit his game winner against St. John's?
Looking to get it in. They get it into Chapman with 10 left. Chapman on the sideline. 8 with 7. Chapman all the way in. Handoff Manigault with 5. McDermott wide open 3. Oh! Doug McDermott with 2 seconds left.
You're going to have games after the season's over where you look back and say, boy, we weren't our best, but we found a way to get that baby done. And tonight's one of those nights. We had some guys not feeling good and some guys that didn't play very well, made uncharacteristic mistakes. And we needed a horse, and fortunately we were riding Secretariat tonight.
Comparing his own son to the greatest racehorse of all time. Of course, later on, Mac would become a horse investor, and it didn't particularly go well for him, so maybe he should have stuck with basketball. One of the other things that took place, we were on a trip to Marquette, and after the end of shoot-around practice, he had everybody get in line and do the free throw game. Make a free throw, you stay in the game. Make a free throw, you stay in the game. Well, it didn't go well for yours truly, and Mac reminded me of it afterwards.
Will stepped in and made 4 critical free throws at a time in the second half when it was in balance, where it was a 7 or 8 point game, and that kept it at 10 or 11 most of the time because he stepped up there with confidence and knocked those down. So maybe it was your free throw today, John. That
wait a minute. Manigault was the one that was laughing, cackling like a witch over here, and he didn't say it. And it's you that carries me under the bus.
It was bad. I think that free throw inspired us to go 17 to 22 from the line tonight. I mean,
was it that bad?
He made his first one, Nick. Yeah, I got to give credit where credit was due.
I shouldn't have, though.
But the second one landed somewhere short of the circle.
Yeah, I know.
He shot a 15-foot free throw about 7 or 8 feet.
I know. I know.
And I'm surprised nobody got hurt falling to the ground laughing.
Well, Giants did.
But you inspired us, John, so I appreciate it.
Got to keep people loose on the road. You know what I mean? You got to, if people are nervous, you got to laugh.
My ego has to take one for the team. So
It's all part of your motivational plan, and I appreciate it.
That's fantastic. We were at Seton Hall, and Creighton was having a difficult time breaking the press. They did, and it ended up turning into a bucket, as you will hear. And, of course, when we were at Seton Hall, we're sitting right next to the bench, and Matt could hear everything I was saying, and he reminded me of how I made it sound like Creighton was in trouble when he thought they had it in the bag all the way.
Second free throw by Edwin. Good. And it is 58-45 Creighton. And now we're going to see some press here in the backcourt by Seton Hall. Gibbs, McDermott, ball knocked away, but got back by the Jays. They're going to have to break the 10-second count, and they just do. Into Manigau's hands for an open three. Holy cow. That was so close to near disaster and a turnover, and then Manigau got a three.
That's just how you draw up the press break, right? Lick to the floor pass, set one up for Manigau.
Just got the glare of death from the head coach. 61-45. What are you doing with this glare over here? I mean, that was the weirdest sequence I've seen, and you get a three off it. Like, you look at me as if you had designed the play.
Yeah, you talked like it was a disastrous deal.
I said it was a near disaster.
We were just trying to get him fumbling and mumbling around a little bit, and shake somebody loose for a three. And I mean,
you call that the 9 3/4 seconds backcourt play,
yeah,
right?
I mean, they can't see the game, the people that are listening to you. You just could have made it sound like a well-executed play.
And the last one. So for a while there, Mac used to he would drink the most gargantuan-sized bottle of water you ever did see. I mean, it looked like a respirator off a scuba tank. And he would always come over, and usually Nick and I were in the middle of a segment or something. He'd come over, and when he set that bottle down, it just shook everything. And so on the crossover, when Nick was doing the midday show, we were just talking about, post-game interactions with Mac. And I compared him to Frankenstein. I said, he just walks around like Frankenstein's monster, just slamming things all over the place. Well, Matt got wind that I said that and reminded me of it on the subsequent post-game show.
Coach,
Everybody that played contributed in a big way, and we're going to need them again on Tuesday.
you might call it a monster win?
It's a Frankenstein type win. If anybody listened to your show, I'd be concerned that
That was Nick's show.
Well, I know nobody listens to that. but calling me Frankenstein on the airwaves, I mean, I thought
You were a monster tonight.
I thought we had an unbreakable bond, John, and I'm
we
starting
do. I mean,
to question.
we're good. You called me Ginger, so it's okay. We're even.
I still love you, brother.
I love you too, Mac.
All right, thanks.
All right, take care.
Coach. And trust me, there's a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's the little ones, really, that stand out. It's hard to – I mean, if we had a supercut of all the little ones
I wish
over the years.
I wish we did. I wish I had the time to go through each and every game. But just some of our post-game memories with Mac, and hopefully we'll be doing our last post-game tomorrow with Greg McDermott.
Yep.
All right, when we come back, it's time for modern day Greg McDermott as we get his thoughts ahead of the college basketball crown. It is Creighton and West Virginia. The winner will play the Oklahoma Sooners in the finals tomorrow. The final score in the first game today was 82-69. Oklahoma over Baylor. Xavier Brown had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Sooners. They had 4 players in double figures and ended up shooting 50% for the game. So at least there will be some Blue Jay representation in the finals because of Porter Mosier and, of course, his great ties to the university. We just hope it'll be –
see if we can't make it 2.
Make it 2. Double it up. All right, we will be back, and it's time for the Coach Matt pregame show from Las Vegas here on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
For kids, each day is a new chance to dream. It's the same belief that drives care at Children's Nebraska, where small steps become major strides, turning hallways into raceways and finish lines into new beginnings. And families find a team dedicated to creating brighter futures. Because when you believe, better always leads the way. See how we're turning belief into better outcomes at childrensnebraska.org/believe-in-better.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank were neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Receive up to $15,000 in savings on the 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport, or receive up to $5,500 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Luxury. Shop Woodhouse Cadillac in-store or online today. With approved credit, must finance with dealer. $299 doc fee due at signing. Must have qualifying trade. Subject to current rebates and inventory. Stock number KK250523 is courtesy transportation vehicle with 2,515 miles. Stock number KK260041 is event vehicle with 5 miles. Offers expire June 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Creighton basketball is on 1620 The Zone, KOCN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs, and on 1019 The K, KOOO, La Vista, Omaha.
A consultation at Sedora Law Group isn't a formality. It's a strategic session with experienced trial attorneys who've handled felony charges, DUI cases, and complex litigation for individuals and corporate clients. Experience matters. At the Sedora Law Group, that experience focuses on what matters most in court: posture, presentation, and legal credibility. Schedule a consultation at sedoralaw.com. That's SODORO law.com. When your family, freedom, or finances are on the line, your outcome depends on what you do next. Visit sedoralaw.com.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Coach Mac, pregame brought to you by Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. Mac, how much of the slow start the other night do you think could be attributed to the 21-day layoff?
Well, both teams had a 21-day layoff, so I'd love to use that, but I probably can't. We were a little sluggish to start. We didn't make any shots, but we settled in. We stayed with our pace, and I think actually improved our pace as the game went on, and I think that finally wore into Rutgers. But, Rutgers is a very good defensive team, so a lot of our poor start needs to be attributed to them.
But you like the response, especially after like 10 minutes into the game, because that's when really things turned.
Yeah, defensively we really settled in and made them take the shots we wanted them to take, and that was a big reason we're able to, get back in it in the first half and take that small lead going into halftime. So I thought our guys played with energy, they played with joy, and that's what we're after again today.
You didn't have a long practice yesterday, but what kinds of things did you want to zero in on with 90 minutes or so?
Yeah, just some of the things that they do that's unique. Obviously, Huff is a high-level scorer. 80% of his shots come from the three-point line. We got to get to him and make those tough, and then making sure our guys know some of the physicality we're going to see at the rim today with their length and athletic ability.
Nick had a great game the other night. I think some of it was he was finally progressing to the mean. He had so many opportunities to get buckets earlier in the season, and they just wouldn't fall. He would get to the foul line. What can he do today? Can it be the same kind of attack today, or is it going to be a little tougher given their rim protection?
It's going to be a little tougher. I think number one, they're a better transition defense. They commit more to it than Rutgers does. So we're going to have to – they might not come as easy in transition as they did the other day. And then, where Rutgers was a shot blocking team, always leaving their feet, West Virginia is very disciplined at the rim. They're going to make you score over a physical wall when you get in there. So our cutting off the ball is going to be really important, when we get stuck in the lane, because this is a very good defensive team.
Josh had just one of 4 guys that you have coached who have made 4 or more threes in 4 straight games, Doug, Ethan, and Mitch. I mean, pretty good company. He's got to have the green light today, but they're pretty good at being a little stingy and giving up threes as well.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Josh. Obviously, everybody knows what he's been through this year, and this has been great for him. Just come out here and have fun with his teammates, and he's played really well for the last 10 games, 12 games. He's played at a high level, and you can see that some of that weight that was on his shoulders has been lifted. So really happy for him, and he does a lot for us defensively as well. And he'll be relied upon to try to slow Huff down.
How's that assignment going to be? Because he does have size on him, but can that also be a disadvantage? Because Huff does a good job of getting to the line for a guy who shoots mainly threes.
Yeah, he does. He just got to stay down on his shot fakes. He's kind of crafty, and their guards the other night were good prep for that. We did leave our feet a little too often the other night in that regard. So Josh is always drawing the other team's best player. That's not going to change now.
How much did it worry you that Huff didn't make a three the other night? It's only the second time this year he didn't make one. He's going to be hunting his today.
Yeah, Stanford did a really good job on him, and obviously he stepped to the line and made 3 big free throws to send it to overtime. So, we know he's going to get a bunch up. We just got to make sure they're challenged.
And I know, Lorient, you worry about him in terms of his rim protection, but offensively, pretty decent mid-range shooter if he doesn't get to the rim.
Yeah. He, similar to a couple of their big wings the other night from Rutgers, he can do some stuff off the dribble. He makes a three enough that you kind of have to respect it, but it's on the glass where I'm worried about him. We got to try to get him off the best we can.
And of course, we remember Eagle Staff when he was at North Dakota. I know the numbers for him are down versus where they were, but probably a step up in competition will contribute to that. You still got to be mindful of him from three.
Yeah, I remember watching the Summit League tournament game last year where I think he had 50. And we had played Alabama after they played Alabama, and he had 40-something against Alabama. So I know what he's capable of. Obviously, my former assistant's the head coach at North Dakota, so I watched him play a bunch, and we don't want to let him get started.
How hard is it going to be to get the pace up on these guys because they play at a very slow tempo?
It's going to be difficult. Think Seton Hall. That's kind of what we're dealing with. They're going to get back. They're going to plug things up. And our message to the guys before the game is we have an open shot, we need to take it. Because a lot of possessions, as you watch West Virginia, it gets in that last 10 seconds, it's hard to get a good shot. So we want to take the first good shot that comes across.
Is Seton Hall a good prep?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's similar. That's, obviously their two guards shoot it better than some of Seton Hall's guys, but I think what they're able to do at the rim and how they can change things and the fact that they're going to come on the offensive glass is very similar to what we saw with Seton Hall.
All right, Matt, good luck.
Thanks, Sean.
That's the head coach. We'll come back. Starting lineups tip-off is coming up next. It's the semifinals of the college basketball crown. Creighton and West Virginia on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
This has been the American National Bank pregame show. Now stay tuned for play-by-play coverage of Blue Jay basketball on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Neal's got it! Jays win! Jays win! Jays win! Oh, mama!
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
This is Creighton Blue Jay basketball.
Wide open three. Yes, sir! Josh Dix. Ball loose on the floor. Schwartz gets it. Puts up the floor. No! It's in! It's good! Graves with 5. Graves, step back 3 on the way. No!
The Jays on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg are brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. At Jerry Ryan, we bring out the best in you. MD West One, voted #1 year after year in orthopedics, neurosurgery, and spine care. By Quality Brands of Omaha and Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. And by Creighton University.
Gray, step back 2. No good. Jason Green!
Now, here's the voice of the Jays, John Bishop.
On a Saturday afternoon in early April, the Creighton Blue Jays are trying to keep their season going and get 40 more minutes for Mac. Today, from the college basketball crown, T-Mobile Arena, on the Vegas Strip, it's the West Virginia Mountaineers out of the Big 12 Conference and the Creighton Blue Jays. Alongside Connor Happer, I'm John Bishop. Welcome to today's semifinal game and our starting lineups presented by DJ's Dugout. With 7 Omaha locations, you too can dig in at the dugout. Hunter Huff, one of the top 3-point shooters in the country, led the nation in 3-point field goals last year, but was shut out on Thursday night against Stanford. Leads the team in scoring at 16 points a game. He will be in the backcourt alongside Jasper Floyd. Floyd, one of the better defenders on the team, top 50 in the country in steals. And Trayson Eaglestaff, the former player from North Dakota, who's averaging just under 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. At the 4, it's Brennan Lorient. Lorient's second leading scorer at 11.7 points per contest. And Harlan Obioha. He's the big guy, 7-foot senior, and he is a load. He's a big guy to move around. Jays would love to get him on the run today if they can. He's averaging 5 points and 5 rebounds. For the Blue Jays, same starting 5 as we have seen here down the stretch, especially with the loss due to injury of Austin Schwartz. It's Josh Dix, Nick Graves, Fedor Zugic in the backcourt. Graves coming off a season-best 28 points against Rutgers. Jason Green, Isaac Trout will be the forwards. Blue Jays are going to go with the same look they did on Thursday. I don't know if you call it, they're not throwbacks, but they're made to look a little like throwbacks with the Creighton and Blue Jays on the chest and the number in the middle. So the white and the blue, and the Mountaineers will go in the navy blue uniforms with the yellow piping. Connor, what do you see as some keys here for the Blue Jays to get those 40 more minutes for Greg McDermott?
I just think you want to open things up on offense a little bit. I'm waiting still for a big 3-point shooting game. It's been pretty consistent over the last, handful of games plus. Creighton hasn't made more than 10 threes in a game since before Valentine's Day. So maybe you could jump that number up a little bit today. They've had 10 a couple times. Really, it's sitting in between 7 and 10 for the most part. Let's make a couple threes. Let's see a couple go in, and let's see a couple go in early.
And Creighton really struggled from 3 outside of Josh Dix on Thursday night, yet they still ended up in the 80s thanks to getting to the free throw line, especially Nick Graves. Our officials here this afternoon will be Matt Potter, Earl Walton, we recognize them, and Chris Merlot. And we are ready to play basketball. Tip is in the air. It'll be won by the Mountaineers, and they will go from left to right here in this first half. Eaglestaff, Lorient, and now near side to Floyd. Floyd against Graves. He finds his man wide open, and the Jays missed a defensive assignment and a slam dunk for Obioha.
It's a 2-man game right there. There was nothing that anybody was going to do defensively once they got lost.
So 2-0 in favor of the Mountaineers. Here's Josh Dix. Dix, he'll hand it off to Zugic. Zugic will curl around to the right side, outside for Trout. Trout will go back cross court to Zugic. Zugic, 14 on the shot clock. Zugic probing, going through the paint, gets shut off, brings it back outside. It'll be Graves for three, and it's going to be short, and the rebound pulled down by Obioha.
Look at Obioha just pushing Jason Green around for the rebound down there. He is a big man.
Eagle staff near the top of the key, now tries to go up the lane line. Backs it up. Now he'll shoot the three and airball it over the rim, right into the waiting hands of Jason Green. Green will feed Graves, top of the circle. Dix, far sideline, back to Graves. Graves on a mismatch defensively, gets to the paint, puts it up, missed the layup. It was a tough finish trying to get it over the block, and the rebound pulled down by Eagle staff. 2-0 Mountaineers.
I thought Jason might have been pushed from behind a little bit by Eagle staff, too. Didn't get a call.
And now open for three, and it's good.
Yeah.
And it's Hunter Huff. He got the screen from Obioha, and he slipped away from Josh Dix. And there's his first three of this tournament. And it's 5-0 in favor of the Mountaineers. You cannot let him be open. You've got to try to stay on him as much as possible and push him up the floor. Here is Dix. Dix hesitates, now looks to drive Eagle staff. Stops near the paint, has to kick it out to Trout. Trout outside, now into the hands of Dix. Dix will shoot the three, but it's off back iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down again by Obioha. And boy, there's a lot of physicality right now, and he is getting the better of Jason Green. Obioha stands on the three-point line, hands it off to Huff. He got away from three again, and it's now 8-0 West Virginia. Quickly into the forward zone. Trout in transition. Three is up, yes, sir. Isaac Trout, a badly needed three just to kind of slow down this momentum a little bit. 8-3 Mountaineers.
You got to find Huff. I mean, you had to figure he was going to make a couple in this game, but you can't have him getting hot right now.
Well, they've done it twice off of screens at the top of the key. Outside of the basketball, Huff quickly gives it away to Eagle staff. 10 on the shot clock. Eagle staff looking to drive, gets into the paint. His layup is no good. Rebound Jason Green. Jay's trying to run. Green down the floor. Gives it to Graves. Outside Trout. Trailer three is on the way, but it's short. Long rebound, though, is going to be tracked down. Oh, and they're going to call the foul after he was pushed.
Really?
Oh, boy. Fedor Zugic chased the ball down and got pushed into a travel. And instead of making the call there, they call Fedor Zugic for the walk.
Yeah. We got it from the baseline angle. Maybe he didn't get pushed as much as it looked like from our side angle.
Yeah, he had a lot of momentum carrying him towards the sideline, and he could not gather it up before taking an extra step. 8-3 Mountaineers.
Good hustle.
3 minutes in. Outside of the basketball, Chance Moore. Moore, who's just checked into the game, kicks it outside. Here is Huff. Huff now switched up against Graves. Huff trying to get away from Graves. Hooks it back outside. Has an open teammate. Three is up. It is short by by Thomas.
And you can live with literally anybody else shooting threes.
Absolutely. Here's Dix. Skips a pass. Trout. Corner pocket. Three. Rims out. Well, Isaac's had some good looks, but he's 1 for 3. 8-3. Blue Jays trail. Into the front court. A little bit of a push off. No call. Down in the paint. Ball was fumbled, gathered back up. Green trying to hold position. Green still working, and instead it's DJ Thomas. And right now, West Virginia and their physicality is giving Creighton problems. 4 minutes in, Jay's down 7.
Yeah, Lorient is doing a nice job, and he came in for Obioha.
It's apparent this game is going to be allowed to get a little shovey at times, so the Jays are going to have to just make the adjustment. Outside, Graves to Dix. 9 on the shot clock. Dix nearly out at center court with 5, with 4. Dix trying to dribble in, hesitates. Pull up 2. Too strong. Rebound, West Virginia. And the Jays again go 1 and out. Here's Jasper Floyd on the take, goes in, and the foul is going to be called on Nick Graves. And that'll be the first foul of the game. 15:35 remaining in the first half. And West Virginia out to the hot start, 10-3 over Creighton. You're listening to Blue Jay Basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Host Coffee is proud supporter of Creighton basketball. For coffee, water, and micro market solutions, visit hostcoffee.net and taste the air roasted difference.
Well, Hunter Huff, who did not hit a three against Stanford on Thursday night, immediately knocked down his first two. And the Blue Jays have been in a bit of chase mode right now. They are just 1 for their first 7. That one being an Isaac Trout 3. That was after West Virginia had scored the first 8 points of this game. And I think the Jays, and one of the things, I was watching that huddle down there, and Alan Huss was kind of taking the lead a little bit. I think the message is right now, guys, it's going to be a physical game. Yep. You have got to battle back. You cannot be soft because they are going to push you away if they can. And so far, Creighton has had no extra possessions, and they have not been able to work as efficiently in offense, in the paint, as they were the other night.
The only way you can match physicality is with physicality. And It's on both sides of the basketball right now. Creighton needs to do that. Obviously, they need some shots to go down. But, yeah, you better get reacclimated. Max said it before the game with you, John. It's going to be a Seton Hall type of game. There's a different mentality when you have to gear that up, especially after a long layoff here. So we'll see how they look coming out of the timeout.
Foul was on Graves, his first, and it's 2 free throws for West Virginia, who lead it 10-3 here at the first media timeout. And it'll be Jasper Floyd, the North Texas transfer, who came over from North Texas with head coach Ross Hodge. He misses the first. West Virginia not great at the foul line, just 68%. Of course, Huff, who does pretty much everything in terms of their shooting, is their best free throw shooter by far. Second one is good. It's 11-3 West Virginia. The Jays trailed by 10 early against Rutgers, rallied back and ended up winning by double digits. It matched the biggest comeback of the season for the Jays. 4 times this year the Jays have trailed by 10 and came back. Here is Dix. They are keeping mind of Dix right now. They are not letting him get those open looks outside. Here's Jason Green now working in the post. Leans in, but his hook shot is up. It's no good. Green, though, fights for the rebound. Kicks it out to Dix. Deep 3, but it hits off the front iron, and the rebound is pulled down by Floyd.
Man, would have loved to see that one go down. Good second chance opportunity.
Floyd trying to work into the paint, gets it down low. His man was there, and he missed the layup. A big break there as DJ Thomas was wide open and somehow missed the bunny. Into the corner, it's Dix. Dix, shut off at the baseline on the drive, will back it up on the dribble. 14:44 to go first half. Creighton trails 11-3. Outside, here's an open 3. It is up, and it is no good. Nick Graves almost pinned that one between the rim and the glass, and right now, outside of that 3 made by Isaac Trout, the misses have not looked good. And watching shoot around yesterday, Connor, it didn't look like this team had an issue shooting in this gym.
I do think Max said at pregame, you're trying to look for that first shot opportunity, first good one you get against this defense. Maybe a little quick on the trigger right now as far as what you're looking for.
Bounce pass in the paint, floater up, and it rims out no good. Ball in the air and pulled down by Jason Green. Green up ahead to Graves. Graves kicks it outside. It's an open three. Pure! Hudson Greer off the bench. Nails the 5 points bank three-pointer from the right wing. Jays 11-6 down 5.
That's a guy who could give you a spark right there. Let's see if he finds it on defense now.
Now Greer got away. Now kicks it outside. A wide open wing three is good. DJ Thomas is only a 27% three-point shooter, but he sticks one over Creighton. He was wide open on the wing. 14-6 Mountaineers.
West Virginia 3 out of 5 from 3 right now.
Here's Green. Green going to try to drive Thomas. Now backs it up, gives it to Dix. Dix looks to get into the paint. Pull-up floater is good. He finally got a good carom off the rim. Josh Dix's first 2 points of the game, 14-8, West Virginia.
Finally something inside the three-point line as well.
Outside with the basketball, this is Moore. Moore will go cross-court to Thomas. Thomas will hand it off to Ugasu. And now back into the hands of Huff. Huff deep outside. They're keeping an eye on him. Huff is going to shoot the three, and he missed it because it was blocked by Blake Harper. Into the hands of Graves. Graves driving into the teeth of the defense. Smartly kicks it out to Dix. He did not have numbers. Dix outside the arc. Dix bounce pass, and we're going to get a reach-in foul. And finally, a whistle against West Virginia, who has been a little handsy in this game. And the foul will be called on Huff. That's his first.
Yeah, if Huff is going to be on Harper, Harper is going to try and post him.
And did you notice on that last possession, it was Harper that was on Huff?
Yeah, interesting matchup. So we'll see if they change that up. Because if that's the matchup for Creighton offensively with Harper, yeah, you keep posting him up and see if he can make plays out of that.
For all of the skills of Hunter Huff, he is just 5'10", so you know that you can shoot over it. Inbound comes into Greer. Greer, catch and shoot. Three, yes, sir! He likes Las Vegas. Remember what he did in that tournament 4 months ago. 14-11. Jays within 3. Here's a drive at the baseline, and the layup is good. That was too easy for Chance Moore.
Harper got blown by on that one.
Nick Graves, front court. Jays down 16-11. 12:30 left to go first half. Graves trying to escape.
Nice.
Drops one down. Went up for the dunk, and he gets fouled. Beautiful look for Hudson Greer from the right baseline. Went up for the jam. He got hacked by Chance Moore, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the freshman from Lakeway, Texas.
Yeah, Moore didn't like the call there, and he was really giving it to the baseline official who made the call, and he said on the head. I'm not sure. Definitely was contact, but it felt like it was after the play was made. This is a great play by Hudson, though.
First free throw is good by Greer, who already has 7 points in this game. We didn't see much of Hudson, only played 13 minutes against Rutgers. He makes both free throws, and it's 16-13 West Virginia, 12:25 left first half. So the Jays have settled in just a little bit after a rocky start, but let's see if they can keep it going on defense. Oh, and a silly foul out front. It's going to be on Owen Freeman, who had just checked in. They were trying to put a hedge out there on Huff, and Huff, this is what he does. He's very good at drawing contact.
He's going to go into that contact every single time in the hedge, so you just have to be really careful, and you also don't want him to go right by you either.
Chance Moore up top, Obioha. Obioha is going to shoot the three, but it's no good. Rebound Owen Freeman. He'll hand it off to Ty Davis. Davis into the game for the first time. Jays down by 3. Here's Davis. Davis skips it outside. Here comes Hudson. Hudson from the baseline, and then he threw it away. Hudson went baseline and then realized he had nowhere to go, tried to reverse back out, and his pass was well off the mark. 11:59 to play first half. It is West Virginia 16, Creighton 13. You're listening to Blue Jay Basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissanofOmaha.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen. He wants the three.
Got it. When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear is a proud supporter of Blue Jay basketball. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at the corner of 78th and Dodge. At Jerry Ryan, we bring out the best in you.
That's Connor Happer. I'm John Bishop back inside T-Mobile Arena. Hudson Greer has been a blessing off the bench, having hit 2 threes in 2 attempts and 2 free throws. So he's got 8 of Creighton's 13 points. The Blue Jays, though, are still only 4 of 13 from the field. They're 3 of 9 on 5 Points Bank three-pointers, and they're just 1 of 4 on 2s. Meanwhile, West Virginia, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, and that makes them 3 of 4, or 3 of 6, I beg your pardon, from 2-point range.
Yeah, managing the turnovers okay. They threw that last one away out of bounds, and then the turnover kind of to start the game. But you're settling in a little bit. You're starting to see that offensively. And you're right, John. I mean, Greer, if he can keep this up, I mean, you can't take him off the floor right now.
No.
Obviously, he's the guy making plays out there. So we'll see if Greer can get some extended run and give Creighton a boost here.
On the floor, you still have Ty Davis, Josh Dix, Hudson Greer, Blake Harper, and Owen Freeman. 16-13 in favor of the Mountaineers, who led 8-0 early. As we wait for TV to come back.
There we go.
I think a few more Blue Jay fans made it here over the weekend.
Maybe.
It looks like, and now it's hard to tell because they're now sitting in front of us instead of across from us like they were last Thursday night. Here's a drive by Moore. Moore will kick it back outside. Obioha. Now a handoff. Look, elbow jumpers up. It is good, and that's Eaglestaff. His first bucket of the game, 18-13, West Virginia. Harper, front court. Harper. Give it to Dix. Dix still near midcourt. Now up top, it's Freeman. Freeman, a couple of dribbles, stops. He'll hand off to Davis. Davis looks to get into the paint, lobs one up, but an errant pass, and Owen couldn't get the tip in.
A little flat there from Davis. Almost had Owen on the tip.
A drive from Moore. He'll kick it out. Obioha goes outside for Huff. Huff, they're chasing him away. He got away from 3, but this one he missed short. Unfortunately, it ends up in the hands of Moore. Moore now resets in the paint. His shot is up and in.
Man. Moore is going up against Harper, and there is a lot of physicality in that matchup right now.
It's 20-13 West Virginia. They've scored the last 4. Here is Dix, who got it deflected away. And Huff right now, pretty aggressive on the defensive side, too. He ain't, like we said, he's only 5'10", only 165. He's not very big, but he is fleet and he is a little pesky. And he has escaped Creighton's guards on 3 different three-point attempts. The last one was his bad miss, but sometimes bad misses lead to makes. And speaking of misses, a short 3 by Josh Dix, who does not look himself here early on in this one, as Dix Misses his third three of the game, and it goes out of bounds. So West Virginia's got it back with 10.5 minutes to go in the first half, leading by 7.
Dix is trying to stay in front of Huff, too, on the defensive side. Keep that in mind. That is really a challenge to chase him around. He moves
Thomas,
a lot.
Huff drops one down, back to Thomas. Thomas layup good. They run that little two-man game, and that's been effective. They have to honor Huff, pardon the pun, so much that he can get some penetration to the high post and then find a teammate, and he just did. And now West Virginia with a 9-point lead. Jays need a retaliation bucket. They'll go to the corner. Dix will shoot the three. Yes, sir. Josh Dix, his first 5 points, bank three-pointer, and it's 22-16. Mountaineers.
That's a big one, man. He has got quite the challenge today on both sides of the ball.
Huff now switched up against Greer. A bounce pass. Here's Lorient. Lorient now trying to back his way in. Gets shut off by a double team, but finds an open teammate, and it's DJ Thomas for another easy finish. Quickly into the front court, and a turnover by Creighton as Hudson Greer catches the ball out of bounds. But right now, West Virginia is operating way too efficiently on the offensive end, and they are starting to get some easy looks in the paint.
Yeah, very, very comfortable right now offensively. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility when you're worried about Huff so much. Bring a cutter back weak side, and Jason Green can't be everywhere.
24-16. Mountaineers with the ball. Here's Huff. Huff drives, got right past Dix, and lays it up and in. That, again, way too easy. And West Virginia now up by 10.
He is slippery.
For an offense that isn't spectacular, they are pretty much doing anything at will here in this last session between media timeouts. Zugic outside Graves. Graves 8 on the shot clock. Graves stops, drops one down for Green. Nice hesitation, and he draws contact. And it'll be 2 free throws for Jay Green.
Good job by Jason. He was going to go up for the dunk, realized it was probably going to get blocked, so he stops and draws the contact.
Foul will be on Lorient, his first. It's only the third team foul against West Virginia. These two teams are not typically teams that foul a lot. Of course, Creighton historically has been that way under Greg McDermott, as the first free throw is good by Green. But West Virginia, 33rd in the country in fewest fouls.
Dix is out of the game right now, too, so they're going to give him a minute here before the media timeout comes up. But you'll notice, we'll see who gets the matchup with Huff.
One more free throw coming up for Green. That was his first point of the day. He's already got 5 rebounds. Missed the second. 26-17, West Virginia. 8:45 to go first half. It has been all Mountaineers. Floyd pushed up the floor. Floyd needs some help. Floyd gets it away to Eaglestaff on the far sideline. Eaglestaff now with a drive, a kick out, an open three. Thomas, good. 29-17. The Mountaineers now 4 of 9 from deep, and it's not just Huff doing it.
Yeah, it looks like there's shots that Creighton's willing to live with, and they're making them right now, West Virginia is.
Here's a drive, a baseline jumper, good. Blake Harper with a bucket, and a one that the Jays badly needed. 29-19, West Virginia. Eaglestaff in transition. They lost him. 3 is up. It rotates out. Rebound pulled down by the Jays. The Jays trying to run. Here comes Zugic. Zugic, head down, drives, draws the foul.
Job by Fedor. I mean, there was a lot of guys that were crowding him at the end of that play. They call us on the floor? Fedor said he was trying to argue with the official that he was going up. I assume he was going up. I mean,
according to the stats monitor, they do say 2 free throws awarded. So the foul is on Jasper Floyd. We have a timeout on the floor. 7:59 to play first half. West Virginia 29, Creighton 19 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. will help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish, no handoffs, as well as providing a market-based and transparent price, no hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached, no hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Discover your path at Creighton University. Creighton, a Jesuit Catholic university since 1878. Find them at creighton.edu.
Good news is the Jays are 5 of their last 6. Bad news is West Virginia is 5 of their last 6. And it has been a game where West Virginia, because of the way that Creighton has to honor the three-point shot, particularly from Huff, has allowed some dribble penetration, and then Jay's getting messed up on their assignment, and it leads to easy layups.
It's a
We've
combination.
seen Thomas, we've seen, Moore. It's been too easy here since the last media timeout.
And the problem is there's a combination of a lot of different things going on. Like you said, there's some misassignments out there. I think there's been a couple where they're beating him with physicality. There's been a couple where Creighton's had good defensive possession for the shots go in. So it's a variety of different things, but mostly Creighton's got to gear it up a little bit on the defensive end and get physical and get in the face of West Virginia.
Well, that's what brought them back against Rutgers after the sluggish start in the first half. That's what's going to have to bring them back here. Free throws, Fedor Zugic. Jays down by 10, under 8 minutes to go in the first half. And the first one is in. Zugic had 4 points against Rutgers, but on just 1 of 6 from the field.
They're going to need his playmaking. Want to get back into this game.
Second free throw rolls in. So the first 2 for Zugic, 29-21 West Virginia. They've led by as much as 12. Front court, Floyd. Floyd outside Lorient. Lorient hands it back to Floyd. Floyd between the rings against Zugic. Now they try to push him up the floor, kick outside, now into the corner. Here is Thomas. Thomas working one-on-one against Trout. Trout now gets some help defensively. Long cross-court pass, Eaglestaff, wide open three is up no good. And the rebound pulled down by CU.
Really good defensive possession by Isaac Trout.
Here is Harper. Harper outside the arc to Trout. Trout, one dribble, stops, will hand it off. Near sideline, Harper. Harper goes to his left, stops, cross-court pass. Here's Zugic. Zugic drives into the paint, jump stop, turns, faces the goal, misses the shot. There was contact, but no foul. Front court, Floyd. Floyd, jump stop, he'll kick it out to Eaglestaff.
Reset, there's a mismatch here.
Here's Floyd. Floyd against Trout. Now they look for Lorient. Lorient, cross-court, outside, Pugasuk, three on the way, no good. And the rebound to Creighton. It's Nick Graves.
Harper got lucky, not even close on the closeout there.
Here's Graves. Graves, jump stop in the paint, spins, turns, shoots, scores. Nick Graves with his first field goal of the game, 29-23. Blue Jays down 6.
A little bit more playmaking, penetrating. the painted area for Creighton right now is paying dividends.
At least the good news is the Jays the last couple possessions are making West Virginia's other shooters shoot threes. Here's Eaglestaff, drops one down, back outside, open three, off back iron, no good. Long rebound for Zugic, and he gets fouled. Now, of course, all of this happening without Huff on the floor, and he immediately checks back in, but even though there have been some open looks, there are guys outside of Eaglestaff that you would rather have shooting three.
And that'll get Dix back into the game as well. They're just going to mirror each other as far as the substitution patterns. And also, Obioha comes back in for West Virginia. We haven't seen him in a while, so this game will change drastically with those three personnel changes.
That's the fifth foul of the game on West Virginia. First on Morris Ugasuk, the transfer from South Carolina. Jays down by 6, trying to draw closer here with 6 minutes left in the first half. Standing on the three-point line, it's Greer. He'll hand it off to Dix. Dix, snake dribble through the paint. Got a good seal. Layup is good, and count it.
Josh Dix starts this playoff, and really it's Jason Green who starts it at the top. He's pulling up Obioha. Then they get him in rotation and moving backwards. Dix gets the bump and gets the ball to go in.
Now, three-point play opportunity. Free throw is good, and just like that, it's a 9-0 Blue Jay run, and they're within 3 again. 5:57 to go first half, 29-26 Mountaineers. This is the best run we have seen, and now we're going to get a foul off the ball, and they're going to call this one on Dix. Dix trying to chase Huff.
Yeah, they're running a little bit of everything for him. A lot of cross-court baseline stuff where he's going to come down off a pin screen, and then, man, he's running everywhere. So Harper's on him right now.
Yeah, Huff has been really tough to defend. Outside with the basketball, it's West Virginia. Jasper Floyd. That was the first foul, by the way, on Dix. Floyd against Trout. Trout, a three off his end, and good. Jasper Floyd. That was a mismatch, and he shoots the three right over Isaac Trout, 32-26 Mountaineers. Graves, bounce pass Harper. Harper, far side wing. Kicks it out to Trout. Trout, open three, but it's short. Rebound, it's loose on the floor, but West Virginia had numbers, and they pull it down. Here's Floyd. Floyd, outside the arc. Floyd looks to drive on Graves, and wow. Graves, I guess, just a little too close, and that's going to be his second. Well, he was in foul trouble the other night. That's 2 fouls here with 5:15 to go in the first half. It's only the 4th team foul against CU. And it'll mean a West Virginia inbound with 23 on the possession.
I thought they'd let Graves play through that a little bit more. He was handsy, but man, we've seen worse so far tonight.
Looking. 5-second count is on. Finally, long inbounds to Obioha. Outside it goes. Here's Moore. Moore backs up on the dribble. They hedge on him. Now kick it outside. It's Lorient. Lorient lost the dribble, but right to his teammate for a dunk. Oh, that should have been a turnover, and it turned into a fluky dunk for Obioha. 34-26. Just like that, the Mountaineers on a 5-0 run.
Just a lucky play.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, am I right? Here's Dix, beautiful pass. Down low from Blake Harper. Harper finds him cutting through the lane, and Dix lays it up and in, 34-28 Mountaineers.
Great cross cut from Dix, and excellent job by Harper. Puts it right on him in the restricted area.
Jasper Floyd. We're at 4:34 to go first half. Floyd again pushed up the floor. Floyd almost got away with a walk. Kicks it outside. Here's Moore. Moore driving the paint, puts it up, and it rolls off no good. Rebound, Jason Green. Up ahead, it's Creighton. It's Harper. Harper hesitates, crosses over, gets into the paint. Layup, good. Nice little dance step, Blake Harper. And the Jays back within 4.
Almost traveled
there.
there.
I agree. 4:09 to go first half. It's Floyd again, pushing him outside. He gets it away to Huff. Cross-court pass, Lorient. Lorient now against Greer. Pull-up jumper, good from the elbow. And every time Jays get within a possession or two, West Virginia comes up with an answer, and it's back to a 6-point game again.
More comfortable on offense, though.
Green fakes the three, slips past his man, drives the basket, layup, good. Jason Green with his first field goal, I believe, of the day. Yes, 36-32, West Virginia.
Jay Green is tired, man, but that is a creative finish at the rim against these athletes.
And he caught Obioha flat-footed. Cross-court pass. Here's Huff. Huff drops one down. It's Obioha, too easy. Every time Huff gets it down there into the high post, somebody is there on the trailer, and the Jays have got to recover on that assignment. Green from three, but it's short, and the rebound to West Virginia. Mountaineers by 6. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Chance Moore. Moore is switched up against Graves. That's a mismatch, but he stops on the dribble and reverses out. Boy, he could have taken that to the rack, I think, but he decided to pull up short. Now West Virginia bleeding a little clock here. Here's Huff. Huff on the drive, gets into the paint, drops it down again, but this time the layup missed right into the hands of a waiting teammate, and Chance Moore lays it up and in.
Those drop-offs to Obioha are working right now for West Virginia. Creighton's got to make an adjustment on their coverages.
40-32, West Virginia now at 55% for the game, and they are scoring at will at the rim. Drive into the paint. Too much traffic. It's Harper. Back outside to Graves, and we'll get a foul on Floyd. Jasper Floyd picks up his second, and we'll get a timeout on the floor. Well, these teams are trading buckets right now, but West Virginia, courtesy of that early start, leads it by 8. Both teams 5 for their last 7. It's West Virginia 40, Creighton 32 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Support for Creighton basketball is brought to you by American National Bank. Together, we can do more for our community. American National Bank, do more here.
Blue Jays down by 8, 40-32. And right now, one of the main beneficiaries of Creighton's ball screen coverage, which has not been on point tonight, has been DJ Thomas. Thomas has 12 points in the first half, most of them right at the rim. He does have 2 threes in this one, but for DJ Thomas, he has had just 10 points in the last 3 games prior to today. He's only been in double figures 3 times since the start of February, and he's already got 12 points in this first half in only 9 minutes of work.
And there's not a great matchup there for Creighton. I mean, as on the defensive side, you're going to have Dick Seuss falling around Huff all the time. It's a funky matchup, really, when you invert both sides, and I think Thomas is benefiting a little bit off of that today. His length and athleticism, I think, are giving him quite a leg up, and he's been on the receiving ends of a couple of those passes off Huff as well.
The foul against West Virginia's Jasper Floyd was their 7th, so it's a 1-and-1 for Nick Graves. First free throw, good. Graves, who came into this game 44 of his last 48 in the last 5 games. He's averaged almost 10 free throw attempts per game. Makes them both. And that will give Harper 5 points on the afternoon. 40-34, West Virginia. 2:31 left. West Virginia has led the entire way. Creighton has got it to within 3 on a couple of occasions, but then West Virginia has extended the lead back. They are on a run of making 5 of their last 7. Here's Thomas. Thomas head fakes a 3. Wants to drive Harper. Still has it on the dribble. Now they bring the double. He's in some trouble. Looking. Got the ball poked away. And the Jays get the takeaway. Front court Zugic. Outside Harper. Into the corner Dix. Dix back to Harper around the perimeter. 2 minutes left first half. They get the pass to Jason Green outside the paint. Now Green going to work one-on-one. Green working. Hook shot got blocked. Chance Moore got his hands on it. And now Moore's going to take it right into the defense. Throws up the lob. And the lob was deflected. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Creighton. As Lorient was the recipient, but he fumbled it. And the Blue Jays get it right back on the turnover.
Yeah, I think Creighton might have got lucky here. They didn't get a foul on Greer.
Yeah, he didn't really touch it.
It looked like it from this angle, though.
Blue Jays down by 6 with the ball. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in the first half. It's Zugic. Zugic, quick pass into the corner. It's an open 3. Yes, sir! And it's Hudson Greer to the rescue. His 3rd. 5 points, bank 3-pointer. Jays within 3 again.
This feels like a big 90 seconds. Finish off this half the right way, especially on the defensive side.
Huff will dribble at the midcourt logo. Huff. Now they'll push him up the floor. He'll get it to Thomas. He'll skip it outside. Eaglestaff wide open 3. And just like every other time today, just as Creighton gets to within 3, West Virginia makes a bucket. And for Eaglestaff, it's another 3. 43-37, 60 seconds left first half. Bounce pass Green. Green outside the elbow gives it to Dix. Dix will take the 3, but it's off the side of the rim. Rebound West Virginia, who could play for a 2-for-1 here. There's 49 seconds left in the half. But Huff walks it slowly across the center court line. And they're going to work clock here. He could have played for a 2-for-1. Here's Huff. Huff trying to drive, kicks it out Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. Outside it's Moore. Moore pull up 15-footer short. And the rebound pulled down by the Jays. Jays will have 26 seconds left in the first half. Mack will use a timeout. I know it's not West Virginia's MO to push the tempo, but they had a chance for a 2-for-1 there and decided to work clock, and I think that's a mistake.
Especially, John, with how comfortable they've been offensively.
Yes.
It feels like they've gotten plenty of open shots, and they decided to just kind of pull it up. Now, that's their tempo. That's the way they go.
I know, but you're
it's a different
54%.
game.
You're 6 of 15. Just run your offense.
Yeah.
Just get in the front court, run your offense, and if you can't get the shot you want, but instead they dribbled out a good 10 seconds or so, and now Creighton's got a chance after the stop here to get a final bucket and maybe a skosh of momentum going to the locker room.
Yeah, you can make them pay for it, right? If you get something here off an inbound or out of the timeout, 25 seconds left, as you get the first opportunity to get a good bucket that you can. By the way, Hudson Greer, double figures for the 3rd time this season. The other 2 games right here in Las Vegas. So against Iowa State and Baylor.
And Baylor.
And then he
got hurt, and we didn't have him for over a month. So 25 seconds left in the half. Jays to inbound in their front court, trailing by 6. Nick Graves, midcourt against Ugasuk. 15 on the shot clock. Graves dribbling far sideline. 10, 9, 8. Jays going into motion. Here's Green deep outside 6. 5, handoff to Dix. Dix trying to get away from Eaglestaff. Step back 3 on the way is no good. Rebound with 2 seconds left. Into the front court. Ugasuk got away with a walk. They didn't call it. And his half-court heave is no good. And that is the first half. West Virginia led all but 18 seconds. They scored 18 seconds into the game and have never trailed. The game has not been tied, and they will go to the locker room leading the Blue Jays 43-37 here at halftime of this semifinal game of the college basketball crown, but 55% from the field, and they are now 12 of 18 on 2-point field goals. So they are operating highly efficiently, and they're 6 of 15 from the field, and Huff made the first 2 threes, but it's been his teammates who have made the last 4 of the first half. Jays are only 5 of 16 on 5 points banked 3-pointers.
Too comfortable offensively for West Virginia in that first half. And then, Josh Dix is not shooting it well from 3 right now. 1 out of 6, had really a lot of good looks in that half. So that's one thing that can kind of come back for him. 10. He's going to keep getting opportunities in the second half. There's just got to be a few more that need to go.
We'll be back to T-Mobile Arena. It is halftime. Creighton trails by 6 to West Virginia on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at NissanofOmaha.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone. Creighton basketball is on 1620 The Zone, KOCN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs, and on 1019 The K, KOOO, La Vista, Omaha.
In basketball, 3-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the 3.
Got it. When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
43-37, West Virginia halftime here from T-Mobile Arena. John Bishop, Connor Happer back with you. And Connor, just taking a first glance here at the paper box score, and there are 2 things that if you would have told me would have been true, I would have said we're getting blown out of the gym. West Virginia has outscored the Jays 22-12 in the paint, but they have also outscored the Jays from 3. West Virginia 6 of 15, Creighton 5 of 16. West Virginia, by the way, only averages 7.5 made threes per game. So they're beating them both from deep and inside. Yet it is a 6-point game. I know it's been as much as 12, but the Jays really have to do something, especially about the points in the paint. Some of the threes you're going to have to live with, but you've got to do something about the ball screen coverages down inside.
And you really think about it, John. I mean, the stats you just mentioned, Creighton has 2 more turnovers than West Virginia does at this point. You're almost feeling like, hey, this 6 could have been a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. It almost feels like a win to be where they're at right now, certainly within striking distance. They got to change the chemistry of this game, though. It's going to have to be an attacking second half for Creighton. Maybe take a couple more chances defensively, steal a couple possessions away from West Virginia, and then just defensively, like you said. They're operating far too comfortably at this point. And they have great options, and really Huff, it starts with him. He hasn't been a huge part of this game from a scoring perspective. He just has 8 at the half. He made those 2 threes right away to start, but they get stuff off of him as well. So and there's a lot here where you can kind of reset the deck going into the second half.
And it tells you everything you need to know. West Virginia in the assist rate category is only 191st in the country. They have more assists than the Blue Jays, 8-6. And those assists, many of them have happened in the painted area. And DJ Thomas has been one of those guys to benefit. He is 5 of 8 with 12 game-high points. Also, Harlan Obioha, 3 of 5 in that first half. And both of those guys have done it. They've actually got more points than minutes played. Obioha, well, not quite. Obioha, 6 points in 8 minutes, but DJ Thomas, 12 points in 11 minutes. And so they've been able also to get Creighton in mismatches defensively, sometimes one-on-one. We've seen a number of different guys having to chase Huff around the floor. And unfortunately, West Virginia's offense right now just seems to be percolating on all 8 cylinders.
Yeah, there's that. And then I think if you're West Virginia defensively, when Creighton has the ball on offense, West Virginia's probably thinking, man, I like the shots, some of the shots that we've given up today. Creighton's found a way to make 5 3-pointers. They've gotten into the painted area a couple times. Obviously, they've gotten to the free throw line 9 times, which is one of their saving graces at this point for the Blue Jays. But they're giving up shots that Creighton doesn't really want to take, but they're making them right now. And so that's another reason why they're in the game. So really, Creighton's got to flip this thing from a variety of different perspectives.
West Virginia, 55% in the first half, 18 of 33, 6 of 15 from 3, 1 of 2 at the foul line. Blue Jays, 12 of 28 from the field, 43%, 5 of 16 from 3, 8 of 9 at the free throw line. So the Jays are just 7 of 12 on 2-point field goals. It got better, but West Virginia is 12 of 18 on 2s. And at one point, they were 3 for 7. So that means, if I'm doing my math right, they are 9 of their last 11 on 2-point field goals, and that's basically dating back to around 10, 11 minutes left in the first half.
And they're creating some bad rotations and some mismatches. That's what their personnel can do to Creighton, especially, if it starts with Huff at that point guard position. Creighton just not quite as deep from a defensive individual standpoint after Josh Dix, who's going to be chasing around Huff all night. So they've gotten him in some bad rotations. But I think Creighton can repeat the same thing on their side of the court, on their offensive end. West Virginia gets a little bit deeper into those rotations, and you got a chance to get some clearer shots and make them and maybe get some paint touches as well.
Blue Jays trail 43-37 halftime in the college basketball crown semifinals. Will return to Las Vegas after this timeout on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Today it was a thriller in Storrs, Connecticut. Creighton and UConn putting up 20 runs today. Blue Jays made a late comeback, had the bases loaded with only one out in the 8th inning in a tie game, but unfortunately lined into a double play, and then UConn scored 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Jays could only tally in 1 in the 9th, and so UConn takes it 11-9. They win that series after winning yesterday 11-3. It spoils a 3 RBI day for Isaac Waxman, who also homered for the Blue Jays. Unfortunately, though, UConn hit, was it 5 home runs today?
That ball was flying out of the yard.
Yeah, they hit 5 home runs today, and they take that series 2-1. But yesterday, softball, behind a shutout, a 3-hit shutout from freshman Audrey Gilman, won the series at Butler 7-0 after they won the first game of a doubleheader on Thursday. And that means the Blue Jays and Butler now tied at 9-3 in the league standings. Providence, by percentage points, leads the conference standings at 7-2. But a good finish to that series in Indianapolis for Blue Jays softball. And the Blue Jays will be back in action. Great softball, that is. Coming up on, I have to scroll here because it's
played a
always
lot
down.
of games.
They have South Dakota Tuesday night at the new softball stadium, and then they will play Drake in a quick 1-game series in Des Moines before hosting Georgetown next weekend at the Creighton softball stadium. Baseball will be taking on its North Dakota State.
I believe it's North Dakota State Wednesday.
North Dakota State Wednesday, and then next week they'll have Seton Hall in the conference regular season home opening series. And we'll, of course, have those home games for you on our sister station, 1180, Yacht Rock 1180. Back to Las Vegas after this. The Blue Jays trail by 6, 43-37 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say, Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not so famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Individually, the Blue Jays were led by Hudson Greer, who came off the bench and sparked the offense with 11 points on 3 of 3 shooting. All 3 are 5 points banked three-pointers. Josh Dix had 10, but only was 1 for 6 on 5 points banked three-pointers. And DJ Thomas, the unexpected scoring leader for the Mountaineers. He has 12 on 5 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3. So here we go. 20 minutes to try to extend this season. And it'll be Jays to start with a basketball, moving from left to right.
Be curious to see what types of adjustments Creighton is going to make here. They push and pull in the aggressiveness defensively. Like I said, get a couple steals and runouts and get that offense going. So we'll see if they can find their way to do that. But really, man, it's 20 minutes left. Put it all on the line right here.
Nick Graves will start with the basketball against Jasper Floyd. Outside for Green. Wow, for Dix. Wide open. A beautiful set play by Greg McDermott. Dix was all alone at the rim. 43-39.
That's a great play. Got a screen up top, curled around, and wide open for Dix. They kind of lulled him to sleep with it.
Floyd, bounce pass, Lorient. Lorient will hand it back off to Floyd. Floyd outside the circle, now looks to drive into the paint. Does, gets position, but his layup is no good. But the Jays can't clear the board as Floyd chases it down. Got a hand on it, but couldn't clear it. Huff outside the arc against Dix. Tries to break him down. Does off the 3 and got blocked. And then he fouls Jason Green. That time Josh Dix stayed down, and he used that length to get his hand on the shot. And then Huff, chasing after the loose basketball, commits the personal foul. That will be his second.
That's a nice job by Dix defensively, and a nice job by Trout, too. There was a couple hand fight plays with Obioha down low. Trout's denying him the basketball, and they weren't able to get anything started offensively.
Jays down 4. They've trailed by 3 a few times here in the first half, only to see West Virginia answer back. Here's Jason Green. Kick outside for Graves. Graves outside in the corner. Trout wide open 3, but he missed it. Oh, my goodness, he had a great look. And after making his first, he has not made one since. And now Eaglestaff with a run to the rim, but Dix with just enough resistance, and the Jays come back the other way. Here's Graves. Graves, snake dribble in the paint, stops, puts one up, and missed it, got it back, tips it up, and it rolls off the rim. Oh, my goodness. So close.
Graves could have come down and set himself and had an easy layup there, but man, I don't know how that came out.
Huff trying to escape Dix. Huff back the other way. Huff bounce pass, spinning in the paint there. Basket's good in the foul. And once again, we see when Huff can get a paint touch, good things have happened for West Virginia. And a basket and one. So after two opportunities to get within a possession were turned away, West Virginia comes back with a bucket by Lorient and the foul by Zugic, his first. And Lorient, 74% free throw shooter at the line to make it a 7-point game, but it is short. 45-39, West Virginia just underway, second half. Graves, cross court to Trout. Outside the arc, puts it on the deck, and a ticky-tack foul there by Brendan Lorient. That'll be his second.
Yeah, Creighton can keep really with these ball screens. I think they're getting frustrated after all of the screens that Creighton is throwing out there and all the movement. Lorient with a frustration foul looked like on the reach-in.
Inbound, Zugic needs help. Now gets it outside to Graves. 12 on the shot clock. Graves now to midcourt. 8, 7, 6. He's looking for a screen. He goes to his right hand. Jump stop in the paint. Shot is up. It's no good. And the rebound to West Virginia.
And Graves wanted a foul there. Didn't get it.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get that call necessarily, especially in space. And now here's Thomas, and Thomas gets fouled as he got it in the mid-post.
You get Trout there.
And that's his first.
Trout kind of came in late. Didn't have to. Fedor might have had a knockaway there.
And that's going to send DJ Thomas, the Mountaineers' leading scorer, to the free throw line. Thomas, 66% at the stripe, misses the first. Harper will check in for the Jays. Zugic out.
West Virginia 1 of 4 from the free throw line today.
One more coming for the freshman from Allen, Texas. He misses the second. Maybe the ball don't lie.
John, this feels a lot like West Virginia's game Thursday.
It does.
Had the lead most of the time, then Stanford came all the way back to go to overtime.
Here is Graves. Graves pivoting. Now to Dix. Back up top, Green. Green, 10 on the shot clock to Harper. Harper outside for Dix. Dix hesitated for a moment. Now stops on his dribble, throws a dangerous pass, and the Jays got bailed out with 3 seconds on the possession. A terrible pass by Josh Dix right into the teeth of the Mountaineers defense intended for Jason Green, and the Jays get bailed out with a foul call.
They got lucky because Eagle staff was turned around trying to, it looks like Jason Green was actually trying to set a pin down screen. They were going to get Harper, I think, open in the corner, and pass came to him.
Looking, 5-second count is on. They'll have to go the long way to Isaac Trout, and he's going to have to run all the way into the backcourt to get it. 20 on the shot clock. Now 15 on the shot clock as Graves crosses the timeline.
Good shot here.
Dix, corner, Harper, baseline drive, shut off, reverse pass, out to Trout. Trout, he's trapped outside for Green. He'll have to shoot the late shot clock 3. It's no good, and a good box out by Eagle staff.
Yeah, really nice play by
And again, the Blue Jays, chances to get close and getting turned away. Here's Huff. Bounce pass for Thomas. Thomas got away with a walk, but he got his shot blocked by Jason Green.
And Thomas had a lot of options on that play. I think the wrong one.
Trout from way downtown, but it's short. And Isaac Trout cannot buy a 3 here since he made his first. And now spinning in the paint, and a layup missed by Huff gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. He almost made the acrobatic and 1. And the Jays are going to go to the bench and bring on Hudson Greer. Offense now 0 for their last 6, and they haven't scored in 4 minutes. And usually in games where Creighton has those 4-minute long or greater scoring droughts, they don't often win.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Graves, where the foul was, to be honest with you. Huff, surprised he didn't make it.
And that's the 3rd foul on Nick Graves. And Huff, who is an 86% free throw shooter, converts the first. He's got 9. 46-39. Blue Jays have had opportunities here early in this second half. To no avail. Both free throws good, and the lead's back up to 8 again. West Virginia just pushing that stiff arm right in the Blue Jays' beaks.
Yeah, give another push. See what happens.
16 minutes to go. Here's Graves staying in the game. Outside Dix. Dix puts it on the deck. Dix stops. Pull up. Mid-range jumper. Yes. Just inside the free throw line. Josh Dix now with 12 or 14, I beg your pardon. 47-41 Mountaineers. Lorient. Pitch pass, Eaglestaff. Eaglestaff got away, shoots the three. It's good. Well, you just can't lose him as a three-point shooter. It's just too easy. I know he's shooting a career low 33%, but we know he's better than that. Green for three, and it rolls in. And a badly needed 5 points bank three-pointer from Jason Green, 50-44.
Really bad. Creighton's going to have to make probably 5 more threes.
And now a three is up and in by Brennan Lorient. And it's 53-44.
Just can't quite inch closer right now.
No. Here's Greer. Greer looking for a back cut. Not there. Outside for Jason Green. Green still on the dribble. Now Green. Bounce pass outside. Graves. 9 on the shot clock. Graves still outside the arc. He'll pull up off the dribble. 3 is long. Rebound West Virginia, and now a chance to go back up by double digits. 14:35 to go. Mountaineers have never trailed. Huff. Pass to Lorient. Lorient, cross court, deflected by Graves. And it will go out of bounds off of his hand. But West Virginia with a couple of threes here, and the Jays, having gone cold from the field, are now trailing again by 9. It's West Virginia 53, Creighton 44 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen. He wants the three. Bang!
Got it.
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
The Blue Jays are brought to you by Host Coffee, 50 years of serving the best people in the world.
Cruise in style with Miller & Sons Golf Cars, reliable, custom, and ready to roll. Come visit our showroom today at our Waterloo location and drive the difference. West Virginia, 3 of 7 in this half, 2 of 3 from 3. Blue Jays just 3 of 10 and 1 of 5 from 3. West Virginia, since January 21st, has only hit 8 or more threes in a game 3 times. They are 8 of 18, and it is not Hunter Huff who is doing the damage. Yes, he hit the first 2 of the game, but since then, he's gotten, or they have gotten, 2 out of Eagle staff, 2 out of DJ Thomas, and 1 most recently here by Brennan Lorient. And Creighton, who on a number of occasions has been within 3 or 4 points, has seen the West Virginia lead pushed back out to 9 with 14:26 to play.
He said 8 of 18 on threes. They only make 7.5 a game. It's not a very prolific three-point shooting team, but if they're making them, it transforms them. They've got 5 guys make 1 of them, 3 guys make 2 of them, and only one of those guys is Huff, like you said. I mean, it's usually him pouring it in. So Creighton, I mean, I don't know. This is not a good formula for them right now.
And you've got 2 career 40% three-point shooters who are a combined 2 for 12.
Right.
Dix and Trout.
You have to make that up.
Yeah, I mean.
Greer's first half threes are keeping you alive right now.
Inbound, waiting, and they get it in before the 5-second call. 12 on the shot clock. West Virginia up 9. Cross-court pass, Ugasuk. Now back this side to Eaglestaff. Swings it outside. Here's Thomas. Wide open 3, but that one is no good. And that's more like what West Virginia does if it's not Huff shooting it. And the Jays will get it back with 14-12 remaining on that scoreboard clock.
All right. One more push here. I imagine Creighton's going to have something planned coming out of this timeout after they got the defensive stop.
Dix, midcourt against Huff. Dix stops, gives it to Green. Green spinning in the paint. Green pivoting. Green spins again. Hook shot short.
Good move by Jason to get some space. Left it short.
Back the other way in transition. Easy layup. And it's DJ Thomas again who is putting on a show today for West Virginia. Again, he is not one to have scored in double digits very often. Only about 8 times this year he's been in double figures. And now here's a look. Here's an easy layup for Josh Dix. And the Jays get one on a cutter at the baseline. It's 55-46 West Virginia.
Go. They have to get a few of those possessions in a row. Creighton's going to have to go on a run.
Coming up on 13 minutes to go. Here's Huff. Huff dancing to his left. Huff, jump stop, pull up long 2 is short. Rebound Hudson Greer. 55-46 West Virginia. Jays have never led. Greer, front court along the sideline. Greer trying to explode to the 10. Gets there, layup good. Hudson Greer with a good little jab step. Gets in there and makes it 55-48.
Hudson just using that size a little bit to get around some people.
Jays just need to find a way to help this young man. When he scored in double figures, Jays don't win.
Little zone look here, too.
Oh, a long 3, and Huff, though, it rolls out no good. He took a very deep 3 over that zone. Jays back the other way. Here's Harper. Harper kicks it out to Green. Trailer 3 on the way is no good.
Damn.
And Creighton is now 6 of 22 on 5 points, bank 3-pointers. Drive in the paint, kick out into the corner. It's Thomas. Thomas hesitates, drives the paint. Thomas pivoting around. Layup is good. DJ Thomas, this freshman, is having himself a night. 16 points. And that time he schooled the veteran Jason Green.
Jason's 3 would have made it a 4-point game. Then they go back down and get a bucket on the other side.
And we're going to get a foul up top against Morris Ugasuk. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. But the story of this game is every time the Jays try to make some kind of a push, West Virginia pushes back, and they have been the better so far. We're down to 11:56 remaining in Las Vegas. Mountaineers 57, Blue Jays 48 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge or online at NissanofOmaha.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen. He wants the three. Bang!
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at 78th and Dodge, outfitting Blue Jay coaches and fans for nearly 50 years.
DJ Thomas has a season high of 25, and that was against Lafayette in the 5th game of the year. Since then, his season high was 16 at Houston. Today, the
16?
freshman from Allen, Texas, has 16 on 7 of 12 from the field, and he's done it in 16 minutes. And so while all the attention is on Hunter Huff, Huff has really been more effective in other ways because, again, when he gets that ball into the paint, it has caused problems for the Blue Jays. And it has given Thomas and others opportunities near the rim. Now, there was the transition bucket a little while ago that I'm sure Greg McDermott was very unhappy with. Because, again, this is a West Virginia team that is 362nd in the country in pace. And frustrations starting to build here. Creighton just 6 of 22 on 5 Points Bank three-pointers. And if you take away Hudson Greer's 3 for 3, they are 3 of 19.
I mean, it's going to have to flip drastically in these last 12 minutes here for some guys who normally are just better from the three-point line.
Dix 1 for 6, Graves 0 for 3, Trout 1 for 6. Jays ball down 9. Long pass to Freeman. Freeman standing on the three-point line. Gets it to Harper. Harper trying to shimmy shake his way in. Now comes back around to his left. Harper gets into the paint. Puts it up, and he gets fouled. He almost got the and one. Boy, Blake Harper was trying to put Harlan Obioha in the blender there, and Obioha tried to stay down on it, and he couldn't. And that's his second foul. And Blake Harper will go to the free throw line. He's got 4 points today on 2 of 2 from the field. First one is good.
Creighton tried to run the sideline out of bounds to Greer, and West Virginia really just stuffed it. So good job by Harper to get himself to the free throw line.
Second one, no good. It's only the second miss at the foul line for the Jays, who are 9 for 11. 8-point Mountaineer lead. But now it's really playing into their hands because this team slow down the tempo and they're more comfortable that way. Here's a push shot up. It is no good, and a foul on Creighton on the rebound.
On Graves.
And it's on Graves, and that's his 4th.
He was...
I don't know what they saw there.
I mean, he was behind it. I guess I didn't see it because he was behind the play.
Yeah. And now Graves is going to have to check out of the game. Thursday's hero, just 1 for 8 today. And now the inbound and a wide open three, and that one stings. Lorient, his second three in as many attempts, and the lead is 11 with just over 11 minutes to go.
He's made 22 of them on the year now.
Here's Harper. Harper, top of the key. Harper outside Greer, takes the three. It's off back iron. And that's his first miss. And now West Virginia, the comfortable lead. Here is Huff. Huff, far sideline. They had him trapped, but he got it away somehow to Jasper Floyd.
Wow, they had Obioha open.
Now in the paint, that's a charge. Chance Moore shoving off on Blake Harper, got to the rim, but that's only because he put a hand into him and with the offhand and knocked him away. Actually just threw the elbow right into his gut.
Yeah, dug the shoulder right in there. It's a good sell by Harper, too.
60-49. Jays down 11, 10.5 minutes to go. Bounce pass Freeman. Freeman got it poked away, chases it back down. Now Freeman dribbles to the top of the key, gets to the free throw line. Freeman looking, drops one down underneath for Davis, and Davis's pass to Greer got kicked out of bounds. It'll reset the shot clock. You got a very interesting lineup out there right now with Davis and Freeman, who probably have not played many minutes together this season.
Probably not.
Inbound comes to Dix. He's open from three, but he misses again, and now he is 1 for 7.
Just not going.
Huff quickly into the front court. We are halfway to the finish line here in this second half. And now a drop down for for Obioha. Layup good, and one.
Obioha got a cameraman. That's a big guy underneath the baseline, underneath the basket there.
265-pounder went right into a television cameraman as he went in. And
we just get the angle from that camera. Looks like everybody's all right.
Freeman with the foul. And West Virginia now has started to pull away.
Biggest lead of the night now.
Harlan Obioha, transfer from UNC Wilmington, only averages 5 and 5. But he has 8 and 4 today, make it 9 and 4. And the lead is ballooned to 14. But for a Blue Jay team that can't find the bottom of the bucket from the perimeter, I'm not really sure how the math is going to work on this one.
Long road back. Got to get some threes to go right now.
10 minutes to go. Greer. Zugic. Between the rings. One hand pass Greer. Green hands it off. Here's Harper. Harper looks for a driving lane. Drives right into the defense. There was contact. And no call. And then a foul on Jason Green coming back the other way in transition.
And Green got his feet tangled up there with Moore as he was crossing the half-court line.
And Greg McDermott in the ear of Earl Walton saying, where's my call on this end? Front court, Lorient. Bounce pass to Huff, and now they're just going to play four corners here. Burning clock. Back to Huff. Back to the corner. Lorient, wide open three. It's no good, but an offensive rebound, and guess who? It's Thomas. 65-49.
Can't get a rebound out of the zone.
And Mac's going to use a timeout. $18 points for DJ Thomas. And West Virginia, on an 8-0 run, has blown this game wide open. It is West Virginia 65 and Creighton 49. This is the first called timeout of the half. Thus, it will work similar to a media timeout, but it's been way too easy today for West Virginia's offense. yes, they're shooting better than their usual selves from three.
They're not getting much resistance.
But Creighton is awful from three today. Just 1 for 8 in this half. 6 of 24 in this game. And really, it started with their ball screen coverages in the paint, because that's really where this game has been lost so far. They just cannot stop those plays at the rim. Right now, the points in the paint, it's 32-20. And, of course, there was that stretch in the middle of the season where they were giving up 45, 48, 50 points in the paint. And West Virginia they're getting a little bit of everything today. The only thing they really haven't done is shoot their free throws. They haven't needed them.
Yeah, you know how the math works for these Creighton teams over the last several years, the way they play defense. But they're gonna allow West Virginia or whoever they're playing to take some shots by some guys who they don't think are going to make them. Thomas has made them, tonight. He's 8 of 13 from the field, and he's 2 of 5 from three. It hasn't been Huff. You kind of figured if coming into this game, if Creighton was going to lose, and especially if they were going to lose the way it looks like it's trending right now, Huff was going to be a big part of that. He's been really quiet so far today. He got him started, and then everything else has kind of come off of that for West Virginia. A little bit of everybody, but Thomas has been the big surprise. Creighton has just not provided enough resistance defensively. That's the general part of the story. Yeah, you can talk about guys who have made a bunch of shots who don't normally do so, but Creighton hasn't provided enough resistance.
After that opening play of the second half to Dix, the Blue Jays have only made 4 of their last 15 from the field. And immediately after that play, and remember, that dunk by Dix made it a 4-point game, and they had a couple of possessions where they could have got it to 2 or 1. And Trout missed a 3. Graves missed a jumper. Graves missed a layup. And then West Virginia, who started 0 for 3, then started to heat up. They are now, as I look, 8 for their last 14. And thus the lead is now 16 points on an 8-0 run.
I think there's just been 3, 4, 5 moments in this game where Creighton's really had a chance to feel like they can lock them back into a basketball game, and those shots have all missed.
Creighton basketball with 9 minutes left to go. Green had it poked away, now has it back. Green going to try to work in the post against Thomas. Green going to body up, going to get to the paint. There you go. Get in there on that freshman and take him to the rack. Layup good.
Now you got to string together some stops on defense.
I mean, if they're going to put him one-on-one, Green is the bigger of the two. He needs to assert that physical dominance. Outside, it's Floyd. Floyd gets it down low to Lorient. Lorient in traffic. His layup is no good. Tip try at the rim, no good. Long rebound, Isaac Trout.
Zone, you got to be able to rebound out of it, too.
Here is Dix. Dix outside for Fedor. Fedor, nice no-look pass by Josh Dix to Jason Green. Shades of Patrick Mahomes. 65-53, Blue Jays with 4 straight. 8:05 left to play.
And would you believe it? Jason got his double-double.
Unreal. First time all year. Long cross-court pass over the zone. Now back outside with 8. Here's Floyd. Floyd into the corner. Lorient from 3. Rims out. And Jays get the rebound. Down by 12. Here's Dix. Cross-court. Trout. Trout feeds to Green, and Green is fouled by Thomas. And a little bit of life here by the Creighton Blue Jays as we hit the under 8 media timeout. It'll be a foul on DJ Thomas, but that is only his first, and there'll be 2 free throws for Jason Green when we come back. West Virginia 65, Creighton 53 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three.
Got it. When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Fly Together changes the game for Creighton's 300 student athletes and the entire student body. Learn more about this exciting initiative at flytogethercreighton.com.
The Jays have gone mostly zone here, and they've gotten a couple of stops. West Virginia content to work clock. They have scored, Creighton has, on their last couple of possessions, and now Jason Green will go to the free throw line to try to get this down to a 10-point deficit. It is 65-53, but remember, the Jays are doing this without Nick Graves, who has 4 fouls in this game. Nobody for West Virginia has more than 2.
Remember, with that zone, I assume Creighton's going to stick with it. Maybe they'll throw some different things at him as we go on throughout the rest of the game here. But you got to rebound out of it. It's no more deflating play when you're trying to make your way back and you get an offensive rebound and a stick back let go. So you got to be able to tighten it up on defense, even though you're going with something that you don't normally throw out there. But I like the pace on offense right now.
Yeah. By the way, Connor, it is 9-0 in second chance points. 6-3 on the offensive glass. So it's not like Creighton's been destroyed on the offensive glass, but they also have not gotten any second chances and are trailing there as well. Jason Green, who, as Connor just mentioned, his first career double-double after so many close calls, yet it's coming in a moment where the Jays are down double digits. Green's first free throw is good. He has 11 points, 11 rebounds. He finished 1 rebound shy on Thursday night. He has been within a couple of points or a rebound or 2 from that double-double. Second free throw good, and the lead is 10, so it's a 6-0 Blue Jay run. 65-55, 7:34 left to play. Jays showing a 1-3-1 zone look. It's Floyd. Floyd, cross court, now back to Floyd. They're daring him to shoot the 3 right now over that zone. To Eagle staff near side corner, and then he throws a bad pass taken away by Greer into the hands of Dix. Dix down the floor, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Man, that is a tough finish there for Josh Dix. He didn't get the basket, but draws the foul with 2 guys all over him.
Almost got an and 1 there. Foul will be on Jasper Floyd. That'll be his 3rd. Josh Dix with 16 Creighton high points. First free throw is in. 65-56. Good.
All right.
65-57. So the lead has been cut in half.
Graves was going to check in and didn't. Now West Virginia's going to bring back Obioha.
Yeah, Russ Hodge going to Obioha. Obioha, who has got 9 points.
He had a great spurt when West Virginia really built their lead.
Mountaineer lead is down to 8. Coming up on 7 minutes to go. Cross-court pass. Now back to Eaglestaff. Eaglestaff, by the way, changed his uniform number. Floyd, bounce pass into the middle of the zone. Hammer dunk, no, but they call the foul. Unbelievable. Foul. Let's watch it again on the replay.
It's a play like that.
Hard to tell.
I don't like when it happens where they get the whistle after the play isn't complete, after the dunk isn't made. Then the whistle comes. You see that all the time in the NBA.
But Lorient misses the first free throw.
Man.
By the way, Trayson Eaglestaff has had to change his uniform. He's now wearing 51, just a generic uniform. Not sure what happened to the other one. 6:56 to go. Second free throw coming up for Lorient. It is up, it is in. Leads up to 9 again. Jays, though, have scored the last 4 trips down the floor.
Stop score. Get it back to 5 or 6 here.
Here's Greer. Greer's got a driving lane, takes it in and gets fouled. Eagle staff had no way of staying with him, and they brought the help side defense over. But Eagle staff commits the personal, and Hudson Greer will go to the free throw line now for 2 free throws here with 6:44 to go.
That's a matchup that Creighton can kind of target here in the back end of this game.
But he misses the free throw. Jays have got to, if they're going to come back without the benefit of the 3, they're going to have to be mega efficient on everything else. Second free throw is good. That gives Greer 14. 66-58, 6:43 to go. Jays again will show 1-3-1 zone. Eagle staff deep outside. Couple of dribbles, bounce pass into the middle of the zone. Floyd brings it out. Now back to Eagle staff, takes the 3 and it rolls in. And Mack just has to turn and laugh. He can't believe it.
Eagle staff nearly threw it away on that initial bounce pass to the high post too.
And for Trayson Eaglestaff, that's his 3rd 3 of the game. And the lead's back up to 11. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. Bounce pass to Green. Green lost it, rolls it back out. Jays save it. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Dix. Dix into the defense, drops one down for Green. Green up, basket and 1. Jason Green off the feed by Dix, and a great job by Green just to save that possession when the ball got poked away.
And he was patient, too. He could have gone up for the dunk initially, and Rissek getting blocked, so he gets Lorient up in the air, draws the contact, now needs to make the free throw.
69-60, 6:02 to go. No good. The rebound, and they say it was last touched by Creighton.
Jeff Grizel's going to get to work now with the iPad.
They're going to look. They're going to give him a second to look at it.
He said no.
And
or now they're delaying here.
Oh, nice. They're gonna keep it going. So Mack went to the bench to gesture Zugic into the game, and he was taking his time doing so just to give Jeff Purcell more time to look at it. But it's West Virginia basketball. Under 6 minutes to go, 9-point lead. Again, zone defense. Floyd, cross-court Eaglestaff. He feels it, and it's good. And that might be the dagger. 72-60, 5:42 to go, and Trayson Eaglestaff has hit 2 monster threes here. Here's a drive to the basket and a foul. It'll be free throws for Hudson Greer, but again, the math counter just does not work. Creighton at some point is going to have to hit some threes and still find a way to get stops, and they haven't gotten stops on the last 2 possessions.
11 of 25 now for West Virginia from 3.
That is 44%. For a team, as the free throw is good, West Virginia came in at 32% from 3, just 278th in the country. The last time they were in double digits and made threes was Oklahoma State. They went 12 of 31, but the second free throw no good, and the Jays down 11 with 5.5 minutes to go. And West Virginia is going to burn some clock. Oh, Huff got away. Wide open three. 75-61.
Dix got lost on the screen by Obioha.
And now a steal. Floyd takes it away. Kicks it outside. Here is Huff. Outside to Floyd, under 5 minutes to go. Leads back up to 14. Huff got away, shoots the three, but it's no good. Trying to box out. Oh, my goodness, what a play by Harlan Obioha, going over and challenging, and somehow was able to save it in bounds off of Nick Graves, and then it went out of bounds, and Obioha goes 2 rows deep into the seats.
I'm glad everybody's
Glad no
okay.
one was sitting there.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a great hustle play by Obioha. And Huff was going for the kill there, too. So he's going to want to try and get another one up. Obioha's coming out of the game to a big round of applause.
Well, similar to the storyline of the first half, just when you think the Jays are starting to get some momentum, West Virginia sticks a bayonet right in their belly. And now with under 5 minutes to go, West Virginia again will take their time. Here is Huff with 8 on the shot clock. Huff's going to shoot this three. Huff's going to just step back, shoot the three. It's off, it's no good, but an offensive rebound and a slam dunk. 77-61. Green. Handoff Greer. Greer shut up at the baseline. Dangerous pass, but tracked down by Zugic. Zugic drives the paint, goes in, misses the layup. 4 minutes to go. And the clock now winding down on this season and on Greg McDermott's tenure as Creighton's head coach. Lorient, handoff to Floyd. 8, 7, gives it down low and right through the zone. Layup good by Lorient and one. (79-61) West Virginia. And Blue Jay heads down as they head to the huddle. West Virginia by 18, 3:40 left to play from Las Vegas on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three.
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Creighton basketball is on 1620 The Zone, KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs, and on 1019 The K, KOOO, La Vista, Omaha.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
We appreciate all of our great sponsors of Creighton basketball: FNBO, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, MD West One, Quality Brands of Omaha and Bud Light, and Creighton University.
We certainly do, and we also appreciate all of you for being with us this season. I know it hasn't gone the way Creighton is used to having their seasons go, but they're not all going to be special. But I would say this, all things considered, there's some special young men down in that huddle, and I've seen a lot of the social media and scuttlebutt about players and, you know, motivations and all these other things. I can just tell you from personal experience, as someone who gets the privilege of traveling and being close to this team, that there are 15 great young men down there. That 16 when you count the guys who didn't make the trip. But there are some great young men down there, and over the course of the last 16 years, that is one of the things that I have been as impressed by as anything, is not only has Greg McDermott been able to recruit great basketball players, but outstanding young men. 3:30 to go. Jays down 18. Drive by Graves, and wow, after all of that, he finally gets one to fall and gets the foul and will go to the line. He was just 1 for 8. Certainly, and we knew it was going to be a much different type of game for him, given the size and defensive abilities of West Virginia. Free throw good.
And so he'll come out and Ty will come in on defense.
Yeah, because remember, Graves has 4 fouls, but it's a 15-point deficit, only 3.5 minutes left to play. Jay's trying to press, but they'll break it. And now wide open down the floor, and a slam dunk by Brennan Lorient. And an exclamation point on this West Virginia victory. 81-64. Errant pass, stolen away, lob in the air, blocked, but then pulled back down by West Virginia, and they'll bring it back. Nice hustle back down the floor by Hudson Greer to avoid that Showtime alley-oop. And now Shane Thomas is going to check in. Karam Conan's going to check in. Mac's going to clear the bench here. There's a drive to the bucket, and the layup is good. By Eaglestaff, he has had a big second half, and those 2 threes he hit were the thing that was really that final blow to Creighton's comeback hopes. They'd gotten it down to 8, and then Eaglestaff hit 2 threes over that zone defense.
Would have liked to see what would have happened if they got one more stop.
Yeah.
Eaglestaff knocked down 2 threes on back-to-back possessions that really sealed it for the moment.
So Thomas and Conan checking in. 2.5 minutes to go, 83-64. And we'll get a foul.
Touch foul at the top.
Yeah. And that's going to send Fedor Zugic to the free throw line.
Now Shane Thomas is in, and Conan, I would assume that Ty Davis is going to check in for Fedor.
Yeah.
Maybe Graves.
So good.
It'll be Graves. This will be it for Nick Graves.
Obviously. And Greg McDermott with a back pat for Nick Graves. Obviously, a lot of the attention is going to be on Coach Mack. But this is the last college game for Nick Graves and for Josh Dix. 2:18 to go, 83-66. And right now it's just going to be chase and run here. 6 on the shot clock. Eagle staff throws one up, outside for Huff. 3 is short, and the rebound pulled down by Zugic. Zugic, long pass down the floor. Here's Conan. Conan in the paint, layup good. 83-68, a minute 49 left to play in the season. Well, for Oklahoma, this is old home week for the Sooners, who won earlier today. 3 is no good. Of course, now West Virginia starts missing. But it's all over but the shouting. Here's Shane Thomas, layup good. And we'll get a substitution timeout here taken by West Virginia. Shane Thomas with the layup. Good to see him score. He got a point the other night and 2 here. Of course, this is his hometown. But Oklahoma, who beat Baylor earlier today, has had to go through all former conference rivals. Wow. Colorado, Baylor, and while West Virginia wasn't a conference rival for very long, it still counts. So Oklahoma gets to play a Big 10 or Big 12 tournament all over again tomorrow afternoon. Here's Thomas, and Thomas with 20 points, his second most of the season. What a day for that freshman. 85-70. 45 seconds to go. There is Conan. Conan looks, finds Greer. Layup missed. And now West Virginia will just dribble out some clock. Creighton McDermott standing on the sideline, arms crossed, watching the final few seconds of his career. And there's a show-off dunk by Chance Moore. And Greg McDermott watching those seconds tick off the clock. Earl Walton comes over and slaps Mack on the back. As the shot goes up, no good. 2 seconds left. Mack will come over, shake hands with his counterpart, Ross Hodge, and that will do it. $16 record-setting, unbelievable, magical years have concluded. West Virginia wins it 87-70, ending the Blue Jays season at 16-18 and ending the coaching career of the greatest to ever do it for the white and the blue. We will talk to Greg McDermott and get his thoughts on this one and wrap up the season next on the 5 Points Bank postgame show. Your final score, West Virginia 87, Creighton 70. We'll be back right after this on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Exclusive radio coverage of Creighton University basketball has been brought to you by Quality